Hi everyone, welcome to a brand new video here on YouTube. My name is Mad Max and today I'm gonna show you and I'm gonna give you some tips how you can find some amazing deals on eBay, because yes, it's possible. So here we go with tip number 1. Hi everyone, welcome to tip number 1, and it's one of the better tips I can give you when you are new to eBay or want to buy multiple games or want to buy just one game but for very cheap. First of all, you have to know what is your budget for every game. For example, I've clicked on Microsoft Xbox 360 to give you a good example of what I mean. I sort the price on lowest first, so we can see the auctions from 1 cent till whatever you want. And I see here a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 for the Xbox 360 from Ireland. The highest bid is now €1. There's no bid actually. So for example, we say we want to spend maximum €10 for this game. It's like $15 or something. What you don't have to do is to bid right now, because the auction is still on the run. There are about 2 days left before the auction ends. So it's stupid to bid right now, like with a maximum bid of 10, because other people can see that when they search for this game. And if they want this game, they're gonna bid like £20 or €20 or whatever the value of the game is. So what you have to do is add the game to the watch list and wait. Patience is the game when you collect video games. Add the watch list, and on the very last day you're gonna search the auction and you're gonna check how many people have bid on the auction, what is the price right now. Is it higher than your maximum budget? Just delete the game. Don't look at it, just delete it, because your time is coming. Maybe not today, but maybe tomorrow or next week or whatever. When you see that nobody is bidding on the auction, or the auction is still very low on price, you can put your maximum bid, like I said, 10, at least in the last 10 minutes of the auction. That is the best way. And even better is in the last minute. In the last minute, most of the time you are the winner. For example, the maximum price, or the price right now, is like €1, and you want to spend like 10. When you are putting 10 in the last minute, it's almost 90% sure that you're gonna win it for like an amount between 1 and 10. So that's the very first tip I can give you. Add games to your watch list. Tip number 2, guys, here it is. When you are a video game collector, it's very important that you are going to spend a lot of time on eBay. First, for collection fillers, 2, for amazing deals, and 3, because eBay is funny. When you are a video game collector, it's very important that you search like a boss. Like I give this title to this tip because it is what it is. You have to search, 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 search. But how can you find valuable games for cheap on eBay? How? I'm going to show you. First of all, we have to know which game we want to buy. For example, Final Fantasy VII for the PlayStation 1. Final Fantasy, you can find this game in different ways. You can find it like Final Fantasy VII, or like 5II, that's also 7. You'll see that Final Fantasy VII is also in other categories. And that is what I mean with search like a boss. There are a lot of people on eBay that are setting their auction wrong. For example, Final Fantasy VII in the wrong category, like art. The most of the time you will find indeed posters, but sometimes you will find a video game in it. So it's very important that you're going to look through all these pages of video games. If you want to look further than that, then there is another option. I'm going to show you. We click on video games and consoles, we delete Final Fantasy VII, and we know that Final Fantasy VII is a game for the PlayStation 1 and on the 2 also, but that's a sequel to the original 7. So we're going to look for the PlayStation 1, and you'll see 16,927 games. Also, we sort the price on lowest first, so we can look through all the auctions. And you're going to look like this. A lot of people will fill in here Final Fantasy VII, but you don't have to do that, because there are a lot of people that are selling their Final Fantasy, for example, in the wrong way, like this way: Final Fantasy, for example. So if you search for Final Fantasy, you will never see this auction, because it's misspelled. The only way you can find the misspelled games is to look through all the auctions. And yes, it costs a lot of time, but it definitely helps, because in this way I found it like 20 steals on eBay, just to look, search like a boss. Tip number 3, and this is a very simple technique you can use on eBay. For the Dutch viewers, a side note: use ebay.co.uk, because a lot of games you can find cheaper on ebay.co.uk than on ebay.nl or .be. So back on tip number 3, use the minus. I'm gonna show you what I mean. We wanna find a Final Fantasy game, for example, Final Fantasy VII. You'll see a lot of auctions here, but you want to filter the auctions, and you can do that with a minus. First of all, you will see Final Fantasy Japanese and anime figures. What you can do is as follow: use the spacebar, then enter the minus and type in figures, spacebar, and enter. As you can see, the results are shorter than last time we looked for Final Fantasy. We are going to add some more minuses to see only the games. Final Fantasy mug, Final Fantasy shirt or t-shirt. As we press enter, we will see 1002, etc, etc, etc. So if you are looking for a special item like a collector's edition, but you want the collector's edition complete, you can add the minus to filter the collector's editions that are not complete, or which game you want to buy on eBay. So this was tip number 3, use the minus. The last and maybe the most amazing tip I can give you guys is as followed. First, I want to say thank you for watching, and the second thing I want to say is that in a very strange way, the most of the collectors on YouTube don't tell this tip to their viewers, because they are a little bit scared that their viewers are going to buy their stuff that they want to buy. But for me, that's bullshit, because everyone for me has to have the opportunity to buy games for her or his collection. The tip is very, very simple, and it works, but it costs a lot of time. The tip is email. For example, we see here Full Spectrum Warrior 10 hammers for the PlayStation 2. This is a game, I don't know if it's valuable or whatever, I have to check it, but the starting price is 1 cent. As you can see here, the guy has as postage option that he only posts to the United Kingdom. The most of the people will click this item away, even if they want to have it. But you don't have to do that. I'm going to show you an example. 2 days ago I saw an auction of a guy that had Clock Tower 3 and Resident Evil Dead Aim for the PlayStation 2. Clock Tower 3 is about 15 to 20 bucks. A little bit valuable, but nothing really special. But I wanted that game for my own collection, but I want to pay like 5 bucks or something. But it was very hard to buy one copy on eBay for that price. I saw a guy that had posted Clock Tower 3 for 99 cents. So what I do if I see that kind of auction is as followed. I email them. That's the best tip I can give you guys. Just email. Sometimes you have to email like 200 times in a day, but that is collector. That is the life of a collector. You know what I mean? Here you go. I sent him, hi, you want to send to the Netherlands for 3-4 extra. That's enough. That's the only thing you have to say. And he said, yeah, should be fine. And in the end I paid 10 bucks including shipping for both games. That's also that tip I gave you now is also the thing I used when I bought that giant lot of 50 games for 50 euros. So $1 a piece with Ico cardboard, Shadow of the Colossus cardboard, etc, etc. Just I emailed the guy. He said, yeah, that's fine. And I said, can I buy the whole lot for a fixed price? So not bidding, but just a fixed price. And he said, yeah, that's okay. Send me your PayPal stuff and we can work something out. So the best thing I can give you guys is email, email, email. Thank you guys for watching. Till next time. And if you have an extra tip for eBay or whatever, please leave a comment in the comment section down below.